it's Linnsane here and welcome to yet another speed build. So today I'm building a modern tiny house which is made out of dark wood. I found a picture on Pinterest that really inspired me to make this, so it's not completely the same, but it looks very similar. The picture I found on Pinterest, there was stairs going all the way on the short side, but they were like really like big stairs with big steps. So I tried to recreate something like that just with a flower bed instead. So I really like how this turned out in the end. This is a much more darker and masculine build than what I usually have done until now. So I really imagine they're living a bachelor here, like maybe a male model or an architect or something like that. And I try to make it look as similar to the picture as possible, but still make my own style as well for this build. And as you can see, I end up making it even smaller because I thought it was way too big if it was going to be a tiny house. This only has one floor, so there will be no bedroom on its own. So the main living room will be the kitchen, the living room, and the bedroom in one, which kind of reminds me of an apartment I had one time many years ago when I was living on, I think it was 29 square meters or something, which is not that much. So that was quite cramped, but I liked it because it was a bit easier because you couldn't buy a lot of stuff, so it was just easier tidying up and not having so much stuff lying around. So here I'm going to make an outside area on top of the mini house or tiny house. This was also part of the original design I found on Pinterest, so I wanted to include that also in my build, but in a little bit different way. So on the terrace here or balcony, we're going to have a barbecue, seating area, a dining area for the barbecue, and I think that's it. We'll see. Just changing up the wallpapers, and I originally intended to go for the light wood, but I actually thought the dark wood looked better, so we also get this wood in vertical and horizontal, so I thought that was really cool because then I could mix it up and make the outside look more interesting. And just changing all the trimmings to a darker wood, and I also think I changed the staircase to a darker wood. One thing I noticed when I build with half walls is that they are not always completely square. You can see like on the corner it's like clipped out a little bit, but some places there's a complete corner, so I don't really know what's happening. Like you can see the bottom one is completely okay, but the one in the middle and the one on the top doesn't really have corners. And I think that's quite annoying. I really don't know why it's happening, but if it's happening to anyone else and you fixed it, can you please tell me what to do? And just trying to pick out a good floor for the deck on top here. I don't know what to call it. Is it a deck? Is it a balcony? Is it a terrace? I have no idea, but it looks cool, and that's what matters. So just putting out some wallpapers inside. I'm really bad at putting up lighting first, and then like halfway in the build I noticed, oh, I'm missing some light here. So I'm sorry for the terrible lighting in here, but I will probably fix that very soon. Just making the bathroom, or not making the bathroom, putting down the floor on the bathroom, and I think we are going to decorate the kitchen now. So just adding some counters and the fridge I'm very terrible at actually remembering to put the fridge in the kitchen in the beginning. So I always end up putting the fridge in at the end of all of my builds when I realize, oh, I forgot the fridge. So at least this time I remembered. Yay! And I decided to go for the small cabinets this time, seeing it as it was a tiny build. I didn't feel like there was much space for the big cabinets. And yeah. So in this corner we're going to have the bedroom, sleeping area, nook. And I think I end up squishing the bed a little bit more into the wall so I could have a dining, living room area where the door for the bathroom is now. So I changed that up. And I just tried to fiddle a little bit around with it and see what works best. And as you can see, I have concrete flooring in here, and I will keep that because I thought it looked really like industrial and a bit masculine, I think. This is a really like cold, not cold in a bad way, but it's like in the tones, it's a cold build. There's not a lot of warm colors in here, so it's quite different from what I usually build, and I really like it. I like to build different things. Just putting in a trash can. You gotta remember the trash can. It's not always I remember that either. Just trying to place the dining table and chairs in a place that would be appropriate, where it wouldn't be in the way. And then I wanted to actually add another table here, so you would have, per se, a bit more space in the kitchen. Even though the Sims can't use it to cook on or chop vegetables on, it's still, if it was in real life, you could do that. And here I actually add the concrete flooring, and I thought that looked much better than the first one I chose. And just putting down some rugs, so it will be at least a bit warmer on the floor in the living room area, and try to choose a rug that I feel fits in to the theme here, which is blue grayish colors. And we're onto the bathroom, where I'm going to just really simple bathroom, just a shower and a sink and a toilet. And I think I put in some clutter, but not a lot. This is a really tiny bathroom, so there's not really space for a lot of clutter in this bathroom. Don't really remember what else I put in here, except for like the usual toilet roll, towels. Yeah, I put in some shelves, I think, and I end up putting some clutters on the shelves. And I think that's about it for the bathroom. It's a nice, neat little bathroom. I usually never build my bathrooms way too big because I like small bathrooms. It's less too clean. Just some toothbrushes and soap dispenser. I really like this sink. It has a faucet sticking out of the wall instead of the sink, which I quite like. It's really nice. And I'm just cluttering up the shelves here, like I said, with some men's cologne and some random bottles and a stack of towels. And yeah, I think that's it for the bathroom. We're on to the decorating the bedroom now. And here I end up putting, I think, a clock, some plants, and a picture. But we'll see. I always think it's exciting when I've done the build a while ago to do the voiceovers, because I quite can't remember what I did. So it's almost like watching someone else's speed build and trying to do a voiceover for someone else. But yeah. And just cluttering up the kitchen with some kitchen items. I tried to not clutter it too much, seeing as it is a tiny space, and that would just feel way too cluttered, like messy cluttered, which I don't really think is good. And Here I was like, I think I want some tiles behind there, but I think I also decided not to go for it. And gotta have the umbrella rack, and I put in a guitar here as well. And I think I put in some plants here. I always love to decorate with plants in my builds. And some books. I also think I end up putting in a small bookcase here somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where. And yeah, on to cluttering this one a little bit. I don't think I put too much on it, just enough stuff. I always think it's quite hard to know what to clutter with, because I usually go for the same clutter items over and over and over again, so I try to push myself out of that element of using what I always use, which tends to be like the gold cat statue. I always use that. And just trying to put in some lights. Now I'm kind of figuring out, oh, I forgot to put in some lights, so I need to have light here. So I'm going to get better at putting in lights first, like at least in the ceiling, so we all can see better. And just putting up a light by the entrance. And I think we're going to go outside very soon and do some landscaping, which I quite like. I really like doing landscaping and putting down plants. And now that we got the terrain manipulation tool, I haven't had a chance to try it out a lot. I have used it a little bit, but I find it quite difficult, but at the same time it's really fun. So I'm going to try and test it out some more, and hopefully I will have a really cool build with some terrain editing in the near future. And here I'm just trying to find which flooring will match the sidewalk the best, and we really don't have anything that will match it exactly, so I'm a bit disappointed in that, but oh, excuse me. It's starting to get a little bit late. I'm sorry about that. So here we're onto the landscaping, and I was considering making a hedge out of those, but I was like, so I just go for the fence hedge instead and fence in almost all of the lot in the backyard at least. And I'm putting in more plants in this, and I'm raising them with I have a Norwegian keyboard, so I've discovered that the keys are a bit different, like the hotkeys are a bit different for me than from a lot of other people I see on YouTube. So I raise with 9, and I enlarge with a Norwegian letter, for example, and I size down with what is this called? I'm not sure, but it's a bit different from a lot of other people I see, and from the hotkeys that are instructed to us by Sims in the tips and tricks section of the game. So it's a bit of a guessing game for me. And I was wondering what I should use this like little thing sticking out there, and I just decided that I won't use it for anything, because it's one tile, but it was like this in the original picture, so I wanted to stay true to the original picture. And here I'm just making an L-shaped couch, which I quite like. I've seen a lot of people have these L-shaped couches outside now, and just trying to find a table that will fit. And I will put a barbecue in the other corner and a little dining area. I quite like this outside area. It turns out really nice. And this umbrella, which I think is from Seasons. And here we have the barbecue, which is from patio stuff, I think. And a little table with some chairs. That's all you need, really, on an outside area like this. Turns out really nice. And then I decided that I would frame it like this instead, so you didn't have to go all the way around to get to the backyard. So I think it ended up looking better in the end with like a big entrance, and there I get rid of the one tile room because I really didn't see any point in it. And then I make the back side here like a lap pool where you can swim laps, but you can only swim like one at a time, I think. So, but that fits nicely with my idea of the guy living here being a bachelor. Forever single, you know. And just some flowers, like some low maintenance flowers, because I think this bachelor, I imagine him being a supermodel. I don't think he will have the time to do any gardening, so some low maintenance flowers, some rocks. It looks nice, you know. Little bit presentable. And we're starting to wrap up now, so I'm going to show you through the house with a couple of pictures, and yeah, I think it turned out really, really nice. So here we have, in the rain, the house outside. Not the best weather. From the other side, a bit boring from this angle, but the inside is what counts, isn't it? That's at least what my mama told me. So here we have like the bed and the living area, and from another angle, I really like the couch and TV nook. I think it looks really cozy, even though it's really cold in the colors. And as you can see, I moved the shelves and the toilet after the build because they were in the way for The Sims. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!